Hello and welcome to White Men Can't Pod.
I wouldn't F up Wally's S.
It's episode 32. Oh, God. I'm your host, Ryan. I'm here with my other co-hosts, Bill and Wally. Welcome.
Hello. How
Is
do
that pain?
Hello. Hello.
We're here to talk about Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby, which I should have copy-pasted this. Number one NASCAR driver Ricky Bobby stays atop the heap thanks to a pact with his best friend and teammate Cal Naughton Jr. But when a French Formula One driver makes his way up the ladder, Ricky Bobby's talent and devotion get put to the test. How did you first see Talladega Nights?
That's a good question.
There's a chance the movie theaters, probably not though. I'm thinking this was probably like a rent a DVD.
2006?
And then I bought it. I have this DVD.
You have this.
Mm-hmm.
You have this movie.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. Bill, do you remember how you saw this?
I don't know if I would have been in a theater. 2006, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe Lemoyne Channel.
You think it was on Lemoyne Channel?
I don't know. I'm guessing I saw it in our suite or our townhouse or whatever.
Yeah. I think I saw this in theater. Pretty sure. So you might have been in.
So
You might
then
have been
maybe
a
I
part
did.
of that.
Yeah.
You might have been a part of that. I remember not liking it very much at all.
I remember liking it but not loving it.
I thought it was very funny at the time.
I feel like most of Will Ferrell's movies, though, it takes me at least 2 watches. Like I did not like Anchorman the first time I saw it.
See, I find the opposite where I like them.
More as you go?
No, like the most the first
okay.
time. And then gradually gets lower. With the exception being maybe Elf.
Did this come out
I've
before
never seen it start
or
to finish.
after Blades of Glory?
Before.
Okay, because I hate Blades of Glory.
That was a bad
It's
movie.
not a good
Blades
movie.
of Glory's got moments, but yeah, it's not real good.
I mean, we'll get to it at some point, I'm sure, on the show.
I'm sure we will, yeah.
All right, box office game for Talladega Nights. What was the budget?
I feel like at this point Will Ferrell had done some things.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And NASCAR, I'm sure...
There's a lot going on here. We got
There's a lot
car
of people.
crashes and people.
This was after Anchorman, too. Or Anchorman as well.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Yes, it was.
And they got a big cast here.
After
Yeah.
Elf. Elf was a big movie for Will Ferrell.
I'm going to
Yeah.
say they gave him $40 million to mess around with.
That does seem right for a comedy. That does seem like a lot of money for a comedy.
Seems interesting.
Adam McKay does a lot of these movies, right?
He did this one as well.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
He did definitely do this one. But he does a bunch of these things, right?
I think he's done almost all Will Ferrell's movies.
Yeah.
Except for Elf was Jon Favreau.
Yeah. I'm going to go with 50
What'd you say, Bill?
mil.
I said $1.
You said 40.
40 and 50?
Yeah.
$40. He said $50 million.
All right. Well, I think Wally wins. $72,500,000.
That was the budget?
That was the budget.
Wow.
How much did this movie make? Gross worldwide. It's Will Ferrell. It's NASCAR. Shake and bake.
It's flying pretty high, Will Ferrell. Is this after Step Brothers or before?
This is after Step Brothers, isn't it?
No, I think this is before.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Because I think Step Brothers was 2008.
Mm.
It was 2008.
I'm going to say this made,
Okay.
I'm going to say 100 million.
100 mil.
125 mil.
I feel like you're looking at
Congratulations to you, Bill. You're the winner.
I'm
This
not.
made $163,326,095.
So
That's a lot of money.
something. That's pretty
It is
good.
a lot of money. Yeah.
That's good money. That is good money. Okay. Let's talk about this sucker. Let's talk
Okay.
about this sucker. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's available on Freevee. How do you feel about Freevee?
I didn't watch
bad.
it. I didn't watch it
You
on
had the
Freevee.
DVD,
I
so
watched it on
It
DVD.
seemed
I
to
watched
be-
the unrated version on
to
DVD.
be
so-
more commercials than Tubi.
More than Tubi.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
not-
don't dislike Tubi the way I did at first. They've actually beefed up their library pretty well.
All right. We start on a quote. America is all about speed, badass speed. Quoted Eleanor Roosevelt.
Yeah, I like
You said that.
Ricky is born in a speeding car,
Yep.
speeding down the road.
Yes, it's pretty gross.
105.
Does not care. But he passes the
I
hospital.
don't believe I've ever driven a
Reese-
car 100 miles an hour.
His dad passes the hospital because he
I've-
wants to go faster.
Done.
I feel like
think that-
90 is the highest.
I
I've
think
ever gone.
I was
Really?
around 90 was the highest I ever got to.
I don't like going fast.
I was going to say,
My
Ryan,
car.
your highest is like 70, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm not a fast driver.
He's not.
And I've had shitty cars for a long time too. That's a factor. When you got like really shitty cars,
I know that you guys all can't
when you got a
handle a Fiesta. like I did.
1985 Toyota pickup, you can't really go fast.
or far. You can't go
Oh,
far.
yeah, really.
It might fall apart.
It might
apart on
fall
you.
apart, literally.
I think your heat's on, Ryan.
Yes, it is because I can't. My shit overheats.
That's right.
So bad. The worst. We needed a car when you're 16. So Ricky gets born in a speeding car. And then we see him. We jump ahead to he's 5 years old. And he's just a weirdo. Just
Yeah.
I want to go fast. 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 That's all he says.
With his Jane Lynch being mom.
And Jane Lynch is his mom. And she goes to the grocery store and he steals the car at the Quickie Mart. Then we see him again as, I don't know, a middle schooler, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's career day, and his dad shows up out of nowhere for career
Yeah,
day.
he hasn't seen him his whole life.
He hasn't seen
basically.
him in 10 years. And I like when he goes, "What's it been? 3 or 4 months?" He's like, 10 years. And then he says, "Kids, I got some advice for you. If you ain't first, you're last." Then
After he gets kicked out of.
he talks shit to the teacher about don't listen to these dumbasses, and gets himself kicked out. Who's his dad played by again? Great.
Oh, what was his name? You just looked it up a little
just
while
looked
ago.
Daniel
it up.
Day-Lewis.
No, that's not it.
John C. Reilly.
Stop it. Gary Cole.
Yeah.
Gary Cole is in tons of stuff. So
Yes, he
much
is.
stuff.
I like this first dad who talks though. He's very he's like, and that's pretty much all it is. Ma'am, I don't know what else you want me to say to them.
And
What
also,
is
I'm
his
going to
job
need to
again?
know the commode, where the commode is.
Where the commode is. He like manages a store or something.
Manages a Waffle House.
You gotta make sure.
That is Jason Davis. He's probably from stuff.
Yeah.
Who?
The Waffle House manager.
Waffle House guy?
Yeah.
Everything kind of goes to shit during this, and his dad gives him this advice: if you ain't first, you're last, which he's gonna then base his entire life around.
Yes.
Which is a funny joke later. And Cal and Ricky become best friends and do the shake and bake,
Shake and bake.
which will then lead to their continued friendship.
Shake and bake is delicious. It's one of the things that I would eat a lot
Yeah.
growing up. My mom would
Yeah.
just put that on chicken and call it a meal.
Right.
Yep.
That and a box of well ground potatoes.
Always love that. Always love that. Mine was a box of Spanish rice.
Oh,
Not
you
a
do
shake
always
and
love
bake.
that.
Not a shake and bake.
Yep, yep.
These two best friends end up on the pit crew for some driver.
For like the clown malt liquor.
Clown
whatever it is.
malt liquor. That's one of my favorite things that they could have done more of, I think,
Yeah.
of the dumb ads that NASCAR has.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah.
I bet you they made
Well,
a
they
pretty
did the
penny
Fig
getting
Newton.
people to do real ads in their fake movie, though.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
They did Fig Newton right across the windshield.
Yeah, that was a good joke.
This
That's what I
is
mean, though.
dangerous,
Like, it
but I
could've-
do love Fig Newtons.
It could have.
If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you.
Yeah, all those were great. Every single one of those promos was my favorite.
Did you watch the end where they do all the...
Yeah,
The brakes, yeah.
yes, so good. So they're on the pit crew together, and this driver doesn't give a fuck.
Nope.
He's like, I'm done. He's in last. He gets out and he's like, I'm done. I got to take a piss and make a few calls.
I'm coming back.
I'll be
I
back.
promise.
I'll be back later. But Ricky Bobby wants to race. He wants to go fast, so he gets in the car and ends up finishing in third place. But he's really nervous and weird and doesn't know
Post-race interview.
doesn't know what to do with his hands in the post-race interview.
The car hung real good.
Can I ask you a question?
He looks like he's.
What do I do with my hands?
He also looks like he's trying to eat the microphone.
Yep.
So.
I do like that when he first gets in the car and Lucius, the pit crew chief,
Yep.
is like, all right, this is a $200,000 car, $2 million car, whatever it is. So like, take it easy. And he's like, with all due respect, I'm gonna drive fast. I'm
gonna do some driving.
an enormous erection right now because this is awesome.
Just gotta let you know. I got an erection right now. Let's talk about Lucius for a second. Great spot. Michael Clark Duncan.
Fantastic, yeah.
I think he died right after this. I'm pretty sure. Didn't he?
He
When did he die? He died a while
in
ago.
the tens, I feel like in the 2010s.
Was it the 2010s?
I wanna
It's nice to
see.
see him. I always
Yeah.
enjoy Michael Clark Duncan.
What was I recently watching? I recently watched the second Sin City movie.
Yeah,
His
2012.
character's in it, but it's played by Pedro Serrano because that was made, unfortunately,
After his passing.
2012 was when he passed away.
Okay, so it was a few years after this. but
Yeah.
Great movie. Great role for him. So Ricky Bobby does well, and the owner of the racing team is like, okay, this guy's actually pretty good. We're in dead last, so fuck it. Why don't we just go with this?
Yeah.
And he starts doing well. So Cal gets his own car now. John C. Reilly
Also out of the pit.
is going to get his car because Ricky wouldn't shut the fuck up about it, basically. So, like, fine, he can be your teammate. And I always forget, like, watching this movie, like, NASCAR teams are a thing.
Oh, they
Yeah.
definitely are.
And, like, teams work together, and there's, like, the A driver and the B driver, and the B driver is supposed to, like, do support shit. I always forget about that.
But they
in
will
NASCAR.
actually race one another if that's what it comes down to.
Yeah,
you wouldn't
right.
actually see them, like, one person always being second place.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, there is definitely, like, the team star or whatever.
So then we get, after Cal gets his car, we get Ricky Bobby always wins and Cal always comes in second or, right behind him. And I don't remember where they say this. Maybe it's later. But Ricky Bobby either wins a NASCAR race or crashes and burns.
Yeah.
He doesn't ever do anything else.
Yeah, he's not
going to
for the
win
point title.
He's not going to win the points. He's not going to win the Nextel Cup or whatever it is at this time. Which is if you're not first, you're last.
Yeah.
He's just following that to a T. We see this random lady who's like a groupie, and her and Ricky Bobby get married.
Yeah, she says something.
Hey driver, look at
I think
these.
she says drive these or something.
Oh yeah.
Drive these.
Oh my.
He's like, please be 18.
Oh my god. This is during like an autograph session where he autographs something for Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yep.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. is like, please don't tell anybody else. Which I thought was funny.
He signs a baby's head.
And then he signs a baby's head and says, make sure you don't wash that off or something like that. And then just keeps on signing and signs his assistant Susan's head.
Yep.
And
I'm in autograph mode.
I forgot that she was in this movie. Yeah, I'm in autograph mode. You can't stop me. Susan Amy Adams.
And
Yeah.
The great Amy Adams. And then he signs. Is this where he signs boobs?
Yeah.
And then we get my favorite part. All the promos. All the NASCAR promos.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And my favorite one, of course, is if you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you.
Yeah.
Which I think we can agree Big Red is disgusting.
Big Red's the worst.
Yeah, I don't want that. Ricky either win or he crashed the car. And then we get, I think this might be the best scene of the movie, the dinner. It's my favorite scene, I think, of the whole movie.
We've been slaving over this all day.
We've got Domino's, Taco Bell, and KFC.
Yep.
And they
The
have
always delicious Taco Bell.
the always delicious Taco Bell. Can you imagine the shits that have been going on?
Jesus. Dear little baby
From
Jesus.
Oh man.
And that's my favorite joke, the baby Jesus. These are my sons, Walker and Texas Ranger.
TR for short.
We call him TR. Leslie Bibb, who's the groupie wife, I forget what her name is in the movie, but she wants Will Ferrell to say grace.
She's Carly in this.
Carly. She wants Will Ferrell to say grace. So that's when he gets the baby Jesus stuff going on. And then he doesn't like her dad, who's staying there. Chip. He hates Chip, who's staying there. And he says, "Dear sweet baby Jesus, please use your sweet baby powers to fix her dad's legs." Oh, God. So
It smells something awful.
And then everybody gets mad. Everybody gets annoyed. Chip and Carly get annoyed that he keeps talking about baby Jesus. Like, why?
He was a man.
He was a man. He had a beard. And then,
I like the baby version best.
I like the
Christmas Jesus best, not grown up Jesus.
You wear whatever Jesus you want.
I don't like her. Dear sweet tiny baby Jesus.
8
I like-
ounce, 7 ounce.
I like imagining my Jesus wearing a tuxedo shirt because it makes it seem like it's formal, but I also like to party. And I like my Jesus to party because I like to party.
Cal likes to party.
I like to imagine my Jesus as a lead singer for Leonard Skinner. He's got a whole angel band. I'm in the front row and I am wasted.
This whole scene is great.
Yeah. I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey.
And then he says, this is great too. The sponsors are great to me. He goes, "I'm contractually obligated to mention Powerade at every grace."
I love Powerade.
So I love Powerade,
Delicious.
especially their new flavor that's coming out soon. So good. Oh, God. I love that. Chip yells at the grandkids for not respecting him, and then they say that they're going to basically kick his ass. And Chip's annoyed. He's like, "You're going to let these kids talk to their grandfather like this?" And he's like, "Hell yeah, I am. They're winners. They can do whatever they want." And then Carly gets turned on at all the winner boss talk, and they just start having sex on the table. And Will Ferrell just goes,
I'll hold your hair.
"Yeah, don't look. Turn away. Don't look. Don't look, kids." The movie has a sweet spot to it, this father-son thing. He leaves 2 tickets to every NASCAR race for his dad, who never shows up.
Yep.
And then the guy at the ticket counter is like, "This guy never shows up."
Let's sell these sons of bitches.
Ricky has another race. He almost crashes, but he wins going in reverse.
Oh yeah, that was dumb.
Which is not how cars work. You
No,
don't get to go as fast in reverse.
Wow. Maybe they take liberties with these NASCAR cars. Does your father like? Big Tom Cash is a big NASCAR fan,
Loves
right?
NASCAR. Oh,
Does
yeah.
he like this movie?
Yeah.
He's a
Finds it
fan of
very
this
funny.
movie?
Yes. Very much.
When Ricky goes in reverse to win, I like this part. I like when anybody does a special kind of middle finger. Like I love in Guardians of the Galaxy where he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked." And he like cranks his middle finger up. And this one,
I got it from Target.
Will Ferrell goes, "Yeah, I got something to lift your spirits." And it's a little middle finger in the window.
It's real nice.
Somewhere in here, the owner dies. Did I miss something?
No, they just kind of skate over that.
Yeah.
He dies, and the evil guy from several TV shows becomes the son. The son becomes the owner.
And he's not evil. He just doesn't like Ricky Bobby.
Yeah,
wants to
Greg
win.
And
Gurman.
he wants to win. Yeah.
Greg Gurman, who's in a million things. I forget what it is. The Dharma and Greg or something like that. Ally McBeal.
Okay.
That's his claim to fame. He hates Ricky Bobby because Ricky Bobby and his dad were close, and his dad even says at one point, like, "You're like the son I never had." And this guy's
his
standing.
actual son's standing right
His
there.
actual son is standing right there. So now this guy's in charge. Cal says, "You know, it'd be nice if I could win every once in a while."
Yeah.
And then Ricky's like, "There's nothing wrong with silver, buddy." He's like, "Okay."
If you won, how would I win? You know,
Yeah.
you got to think of that.
It's like, all right, well, I guess what I'll do is I'll bury it deep down inside until it explodes.
Yeah, don't ever let it out.
Never let it out. At the NASCAR bar where they all hang out after races, jazz music begins to play on the jukebox. And we meet Jean Girard, a Formula One driver,
Yep.
played by Sacha Baron Cohen. And they have like a standoff here where they fight, and Sacha Baron Cohen puts like an arm lock on Will Ferrell and says, "I'll let you go. All you need to do is say, 'I love crepes.'" And there's like a whole discussion about
I'm not gonna do it.
crepes and what they are.
What are crepes?
Oh, fine. Just say you like pancakes.
The thin little pancakes.
Compromise.
I also like the jazz part. Like, nobody comes in here and plays goddamn jazz. The fuck?
Why is it in your jukebox? For profiling.
Profiling.
We also got the Jersey Boys.
Yeah, what's the other one?
There was Jersey Boys and somebody else.
Pet Shop
Pet
Boys.
Shop Boys. Yeah, that's who it was. And oh yeah, I can't remember.
Formula One. It's one of my favorites. Just say I love crepes and I won't break your arm. And then everyone's like super freaked out by him. But then when he says, "I'm married to a guy,"
Yeah, my husband
It's-
Gregory.
and his husband is Andy Richter, which is funny. And Andy Richter trains dogs.
Yep.
That's great.
Trains German
Like,
Shepherds.
there's
Yeah.
all kinds of people in this movie. Like Andy Richter does not need to be in this movie. He's just like
David
a
Koechner
weird.
is just a
Yeah,
part of a picture.
Right. Everyone's just a weird random person in this movie. They're not actually doing anything.
I do love Jack McBrayer in this too.
Yeah, right. Another guy who's doing absolutely nothing in this movie, except for that one part.
Yeah.
Like he really doesn't do anything. The other guy from
I want to get my Nana something for her 85th birthday. Get her stripper. What?
the guy from
Get her a coffin.
get her a coffin.
Right. He starts with coffin and then he was like, stripper.
The other guy from Upright Citizens Brigade doesn't do anything. He's in the pit crew. He doesn't do anything. He's like the third guy in that Amy Poehler comedy troupe, and he's in this movie and doesn't really do anything.
Is he the one who says get her a casket?
He might be. Everyone freaks out, not at anything else except for the fact that this dude is married to a guy. He's actually
starting to spin on account of the gay.
Yeah.
Dennett has hired this guy to be the number one racer, but he still has Cal and has
Yeah, so he potentially
Ricky
has the
Bobby.
three best
He has
racers.
three guys.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like NASCAR,
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah. It's not just two people per team.
He just has
a
like
hell of a team.
potentially the three best. Yeah.
It's a hell of a team.
Slingshot.
When they describe him later, well, I guess he breaks the arm first because Will Ferrell won't say "I love crepes," so he breaks his arm and he's like, "Oh God, he really did it! He really did it! He broke my fucking arm." This is America. I'm not saying that.
I do like when they argue about their countries, and he's like, "What has France ever given us?" And he's like, "Democracy
Existentialism and the blowjob.
and a menage a trois."
Those are pretty good things. What are you doing?
What has America
Why are you
ever
saying
given
that?
us?
Well, I mean, you gotta
Chinese
admit,
food,
Chinese
China.
food,
pizza.
Italy.
We gave you the missionary position.
Yeah, that's from that
You're
guy.
welcome.
That's from that guy.
No, that was from David Koechner, wasn't it?
I think that was Koechner.
Was it Koechner?
Yeah. It's real nice. I got it at Target. It's on sale.
When they
Existentialism?
When they
Oh, those are 3 pretty good things.
when the NASCAR show talks about Jean Girard, like, oh, this is what he does before races. He always hangs out with his race horses before races, who are also gay. All of his race horses are also gay. Jean Girard is currently sitting on the pole. Oh, sorry, we didn't mean it like that.
I do like how when they do the special look at him, they come back and the 2 announcers are just so uncomfortable.
That is a statement of fact and in no way a representation of his sexuality being on the pole.
We just clear this up. There's a standoff between Ricky Bobby and John Girard where Ricky Bobby keeps saying, "I play for keeps."
Shake a
Play
bake.
for keeps.
Shake and bake. Oh, that just happened. Oh. It's like, what does that mean?
What does this
I
mean?
don't understand this shake and
What is
bake.
going on?
John Girard says, "Look, if you kiss me on the lips, I'll quit NASCAR right now and leave you alone forever." He won't do it, even though he's right next to his face in one of those fights where you're right up close. One of those kind of fights. Ricky Bobby decides to cut off his cast so he can drive, even though he has a fucking broken arm. So he's gonna
He
drive.
cuts it off himself with like a hacksaw.
Yeah, and that brings us to tonight's eBay war.
Oh, I should probably pull that
Oh,
up.
boy.
That brings us to tonight's eBay war, which is in the
Ooh, that looks
document. See this sucker?
Okay.
You see this sucker?
It looks like there might be pants too.
This is a Ricky Bobby Talladega Nights racing uniform, replica size, extra large cosplay costume.
Okay.
There are quite a few of these, but this one looks like the best one on here.
So cosplay costume, meaning somebody actually handmade this, basically.
I guess it looks pretty good.
I don't think someone handmade this.
Maybe maybe they started with something.
Could
But-
be. You ready for the description of this thing?
Yeah.
Ricky Bobby, Talladega Nights, racing uniform, replica size, XL, cosplay, costume, XL, adult, XL.
XL.
Is it XL?
It's XL.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
That's
Oh,
it?
That's all you get.
They didn't give us a size or nothing?
It's XL.
Oh, okay.
It's XL.
Does that mean extra small?
No, that's
No.
not usually what L goes for. All right, what do you got?
Extra lengthy.
Yes,
Okay.
that's it.
So
you
Bill,
guess?
you have to go first because you last held the lead while and we're now tied 6-6.
6-6. So lucky
Yep.
number 13.
And you
here,
were
huh?
at 6-5 before, so you have to go first.
Okay. So this is a cosplay, but I don't think it's like a handcrafted thing like you think, Wally.
It's got his name on there. It's got Wonder Bread, Flames.
It's got some real. Yeah, it's got
Dennett Racing, the
NASCAR,
Nextel Cup.
Nextel. Did they give? How big is this thing?
Comes with a hat.
It's got Sunoco on there.
Comes with a hat.
It does have a hat. Okay.
I don't know if you knew this, but it is XL.
XL. Okay, so it's maybe XL is usually not more money.
So
but
it's got pants too then.
Oh, it's a whole jumpsuit.
Okay.
I will say it doesn't say anything about autographs or nothing, right?
No,
Okay.
I mean,
That-
there's an autograph right there on his
You're-
belt.
you-
How are you
yeah.
not seeing that?
that's a print, but you're bad at autographs, so
I'm very bad at
I
autographs.
wouldn't go with that as a strategy.
$89.
$89.
46 cents.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So when this movie was out and it was big, I remember in college, one of my roommates literally had this, and he wore this because it was just like a costume he got from I don't know.
The costumer.
Yeah, the costumer basically, or Spirit Halloween.
Hmm.
So it can't really be that expensive.
Okay.
But you said this is handcrafted.
The what's throwing me off is it saying cosplayer. You said 89.
In 46 cents.
That's a biggie. The 46 cents.
I don't think it's that high. But I'm going to say an even 100.
So you don't think it's $89, but it's
Nope.
probably higher.
Yep.
What?
Because then if
Your
we're-
logic
if we're-
is weird.
If we're both over, then I got another chance. So
Okay.
see?
You are both over.
All right.
Yeah, so I have a second chance because I didn't say $1.
Okay. Why did you say that? You could have won this. Okay.
So if it's more than $89,
It's not more than $89.
oh, okay. Then I'll
Well,
make
it's
it
over.
89.01. That's what it was.
It could
And
be.
he said 46.
Yeah, it's
So go ahead.
89.
Just 89.
Anything under
Oh, what?
89.46.
$61 even.
Okay. Did we forget how to play this game? What's going on? Oh my god.
60. So you went from 89 to 61.
Yeah, I dropped it by a third.
89 to 61.
Okay. Do I think it's in between the... man, it might be.
It
I will
might be.
go $1 this time.
Straight $1.
Yep.
Okay.
Bill wins. Bill freaking wins.
I don't understand your bidding strategy at all. Bill is the winner. Bill's the winner. What the hell are you doing?
I don't know.
You're all over the place.
Could have gotten it for $1 the pick
He's
before.
literally saying, oh, well, it can't be that. Let me go triple us. Let me go $350. What are you doing? It's $85.
Oh, my God.
What the hell are you doing? I thought you were going $1 over. I thought it was a brilliant strategy. No, $1. $85. What
That
a
was
mess.
pretty close to first guess.
You were pretty close. Wow.
Back on top where I belong.
I'm not really sure how I should take any of this.
Oh, man.
That was
That
interesting.
was so dumb.
That was really interesting. It's a real interesting strategy.
I just really don't want to go
Strategy time.
first. So that's what it
my
is.
God.
I'm gifting him the wins here. I'm gifting them.
I don't know what you were doing there, but it's all right. It's all good. We are now at the race after the fight. He's cut off his cast. He can still drive. Says, "Hey, it's me. Hey, it's me, America." Cal loses his engine in the race, so he can't help out. So Ricky Bobby crashes, has a terrible crash, a flipping crash. How's this guy's gonna survive? But he gets out and he's fine. But he just was running around yelling, "I'm on fire! I'm on fire!"
Now, the thing is, he really could have been on invisible fire. Like, there is such a
On
thing.
Invisible fire.
There is such a thing as being on fire and you can't see the flames.
Yeah. Okay.
You know this from experience?
Yes, I do.
You've been on invisible
I've been
fire
on
before?
invisible fire before. No, Jesus,
Is that
of
what
course
just
I
happened?
don't
Is that
know.
why you lost that eBay war? Were you on invisible fire?
I was just experiencing this. It was terrible. But no, there really is. It's I don't remember. Let me see if I can look it up real quick. But it's an actual thing.
Invisible fire is an actual thing. Bill, your thoughts?
I'm very confused as to what he's trying to say. Do you mean heat?
No,
Do
they're
you mean there's
A clear flame?
methanol fires. You cannot see the flames,
Okay.
but the person literally is on fire, and it happens in racing a lot because, like, they're just
With the gas?
yeah.
Okay. You buy that? You buy that explanation?
absolutely not. He's telling more lies.
Oh my God.
I'm on fire. No, you're not. I like how the rescuers are like, no, you're not. And then there's a part, he like ducks away and it cuts away for a second and then he cuts back. He's in his underwear. You're like, what the hell? How'd this man get out of that jumpsuit so fast?
the
On
commentators
fire.
the commentators even mentioned that. He's like, I don't know how he got down to his underwear so fast.
Then Cal sees this going on and runs over and says, "Don't let that invisible fire hurt my friend." And then the next thing is it's Ricky Bobby in the hospital, and this is like a Days of Thunder thing, I think, for me.
Oh, is it like a rip?
Days of Thunder, like the two rivals get in an accident and they go to the hospital and then they, like fight each other in the hospital, basically.
He does pray to Tom Cruise too when he's on fire.
Yes.
Help me, Tom Cruise.
Save me with your witchcraft.
Save me with
Get
your
me
witchcraft
fire off
magic.
me.
He's in the hospital and he's having like hallucinations, and he sees his wife go, "All right, I want to pull the plug," and
Well, he's not having hallucinations. These are happening.
right. But it's like he's.
She wants.
It's foggy still what he's
Yeah.
seeing. It's really happening, but it's foggy, and he's watching her go, "I want to pull the plug," and the doctor's like, "He's not dying. There's no plug to pull." And she's like, "I just thought
He's
about
napping.
it. It's time for him to go."
I've never heard him make that noise before, and he yawns.
Yeah. Cal comes in and has a whole conversation with Ricky Bobby where it's like,
I love him running here.
yes.
It's running. It's ridiculous.
Uh,
Oh yeah, Cal have it. Oh, Mike Honcho.
Cal's admission about Mike Honcho, his playgirl alter ego.
I mean, like, I spread my butt cheeks.
I hope you can hear this, but I kind of hope you can't hear this. We see Ricky Bobby playing wheelchair basketball, and everyone assumes that he's paralyzed. But he gets up and slaps the ball out of one guy's hand. He's like,
That's kicking another guy.
just kicking people. Like, he can walk.
It's psychosomatic. You mean like he can light fires with his mind? You know, sometimes you get a knock on the head. Read a comic book. It happens.
Comic book.
Lucius is, like, very concerned about him, and he's like, "Oh, come on. He can walk. What the fuck?" But he doesn't believe it. Ricky Bobby still, like, in his own mind, believes that he's paralyzed.
Yep.
So much so when he's talking to them and like, "We got to break news to you, buddy. You're not paralyzed." He takes like a steak knife off of his dinner tray and is like, "Really? Really? You think these legs work? Watch this." And he stabs himself with a steak knife in the leg. And then he gets off and is like, "God damn it. Fucking shit." Because it hurts so much because his legs do work.
No, they try to take the steak knife out
Using another knife. That also made me laugh.
We'll cut around the meat. We'll cut around the meat.
Just get another knife.
In the bone.
Dear God. Cal says, "While you're resting up, maybe you could let me win a couple."
No.
It's like, I don't think that's going to work. I'm like, well, obviously everyone's missing me. And like, not really, because Frenchie can drive.
Yeah.
And then we see a montage of Jean Girard winning 1 million races. So Ricky Bobby's going to go out and he's going to do some practicing. He's going to practice driving. And he's like, I like to go fast. I'll be fine. He goes out and Lucius is like, "All right, go ahead." And they turn him. "How fast is he going?" 26 miles an hour.
What was that? That was the other cars?
What was that shit?
Am I on fire?
Yeah. Then he runs around naked again, thinking he's on fire.
And then he
I'm
starts
on fire.
He starts like spinning around with his arms extended, and the people who are trying to help him, they're like, "All right, just come at him the same way. That's the only way to stop him." They just battle him.
He, after that race, he comes home. This always cracks me up too. I guess I like this movie more than I think. He comes back home and Cal has moved in, married his wife, and is a father to his kids. And he's like, "What the fuck, Cal?" And he's like, "Well, you know your marriage was failing. You know." He's like,
Shell.
"I've been gone for 3
Honestly,
hours.
did not know that.
I've been gone for 3 hours."
Now, come on. You just lost your wife and your house. Don't throw away your best friend.
So funny. And he's like, "All right, you want to shake and bake?" He's like, "No, I'm not fucking doing that. You're not my friend anymore. Why not?"
We are no longer friends.
Do you understand the implications of your actions? Well, that depends. What does implications mean?
I'm now going to be the Magic Man. That's what
Now
Cal
you see me. Now you don't.
He's got a new nickname, the Magic Man. He's like, "All right, well, Before you go, I have to ask you a question. Will you be my best man in our wedding?
No.
Even Carly's like, he's not going to do that. What are you doing? No, I will not be. We are no longer friends. Why?
Why?
What do you mean, why? Oh, God. Ricky has to move back in with his mom when he gets stabbed.
We're watching the knife stabbing scene.
Stretch it out.
Hey man, you can walk. You can walk.
Oh, my God.
I think I touched a nerve. They're in a hospital. Go get a goddamn doctor.
We use this knife to fry it out.
I got 2 knives in there. Just like.
Can you feel that? Yeah, I can feel that.
Can you feel that? Oh, God. Ricky kicked out of his house, forced to move back home with his mom. Can't drive NASCAR anymore because he can only go 26 miles an hour. So he has to start delivering pizzas for the local pizzeria. And he's not very good at it. Turns out he can't really drive a normal car. He can only go fast.
He hit somebody.
He's
He
a
hits
cop.
a lady.
A lady first.
He backs into a lady with a grocery cart, smashes the cart in the grocery cart for her. Then he gets a ticket from the cop who's standing there, and then
He goes to
runs
pull away and
over
he
the
runs over
cop.
the cop.
Just after he got the ticket from the cop, he runs him over. Oh my God. And I like the other like pizza boys are sitting there just laughing at him, like they're just watching him do all this and laughing. So he has to deliver by bike, and he has to deliver this pizza to this weird motel, and it's his dad. And he's like, I've been calling all day trying to get pizzas delivered. 'Cause he has like 5 pizzas just sitting there. He's like, they never would send you.
Why you
Because
want to see me?
Because he's on a bike.
He doesn't recognize his dad.
Yes. Well, he hasn't seen him
Oh, that's fair.
at all in years. He wants to help. It's like, okay, I'll accept your help, but I'm not calling you daddy. Okay, well, what are you going to call me then? All right, Professor Dickweed. What do you got for me? And he's like, all right, well, you're going to drive with a cougar in the car. He's like, what?
Goddamn cougar in the car.
There's a cougar in the car. And then there's like a whole back and forth.
I love
about,
that.
Just get in. Just get in. And he's like,
He's like swaying back and forth,
Yeah.
and the cougar's just following.
yeah. It's like, just follow my every move. You got to calm down. I can't calm down. There's a cougar in the car.
No fast movements.
It can smell your fear. I am scared. There's a cougar in there.
How was your day driving with your father? Well, let's see. I got mauled by a cougar. My Crystal Gale shirt is ruined, and I didn't learn dick about driving. Other than that, it was great.
I like how Jane Lynch like shapes up the kids. She's like, these kids are fucking dicks. And they're
Well, I
like,
just dropped him off at Sunday school about 10 minutes ago. Anarchy!
and they come
Anarchy!
right back and just start spraying people with hoses.
I don't know what it means, but I love it.
And then she's like, all right, if you don't stop, like I'm gonna, what did she say? Like red bottom you?
Yeah. I'm instituting granny law.
Which is, I'm gonna make your bottoms red, bitch.
Yeah.
She's gonna beat the shit out of them. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever that means. Ha ha ha.
Sorry, granny, but you don't know. What he's like, something like you don't know dick or something like that.
Yeah. So she bitch slaps them both across the face for being dickheads, which is funny. And then the next training thing they got to do is drive blindfolded. You got to feel the car. You got to feel it. I'm not really feeling anything but heat. That's it. You got it. Okay. All right, I'll give it a try. He puts the thing on.
This is a bad idea.
He's like, all right, well, I'll give it a shot. I guess I am feeling it. and then he just hits every car on the street, including drives into a house. It's straight into a house. Like, oh wow,
man, I really thought I felt it. I'm sorry. I'm so embarrassed.
Jane Lynch gets the kids to clean the side of a highway because they're such assholes.
When are you gonna stop? When are you gonna stop throwing radios to me when I'm in the bathroom in the shower?
Stop throwing radios at me when I'm in the shower. At night, Ricky's resting up after all of his crashes and terrible training, and phone rings, and it's Cal. He's like, I miss you, man. He's like, what? Go fuck yourself. He's
I'll
like,
talk to you tomorrow.
you know what? I actually have a problem. First of all, I think your house is haunted. He's like, it's not fucking haunted. It's a brand new house.
But I looked at him, he's like, it's a new house. It creaks.
It creaks. It's a new house. And then he's like, all right, well, I did call for a reason. How do you get your stereo to work?
When you're watching TV with the stereo on.
How do you control the volume on TV?
Why would you watch TV with the stereo on?
I like to party.
All right. Well, I don't like you, so I'm going to hang on. All right. Talk to you tomorrow? Sure, I'll talk to you tomorrow. What the fuck? The next training thing is Will Ferrell's asleep on the porch, and Reese comes out, his dad, and just throws 3 buckets of water on him. When he asks him a question about where did NASCAR start, and he answers the question correctly, and then a 3rd bucket of water, of cold water, is thrown on him. He's like, what the hell, man? I answered the question right. And he's like, well, I got 3 buckets of water, so I had to use it. He's like, all right, today's lesson is I taped a kilo of Coke to the bottom of your car, and you have to run the cops that I just called. Go. He's like, wait, you're not joking, are you? No, I'm not. Like, holy shit. And the cops pulling down the street, so he has to get in the car and actually outrun these cops, which he does. And then he kind of gets his mojo back from outracing the cops. And then when he gets to, like, he gets away from them, he gets to a clearing, he goes under the car and finds out it's just Cheerios with a note basically saying, like, you're welcome.
Don't snort these marshmallows.
Yeah, these Lucky Charms, yeah.
So then he's got his mojo back, so he's got to get back on the track. So first thing he has to do is get his license back after running over the cop. So he takes a driving test, which he does some crazy, like, spin out thing and freaks the driving instructor out, and he's like, how about that? And he's like, all right, I guess sure. The guy's just, like, petrified.
And then the cougar pops up again.
Yes. Karen. The cougar's name is Karen.
Yeah. Easy, course. Karen. Easy.
Yeah. So now him and Karen are best buds. He's like, all right, we're having such a great day. The only thing I can think to do is go to the happiest place on earth, Applebee's. Family dinner at Applebee's. Then Reese gets real weird when he gets invited to go square dancing with Jane Lynch and, like, be a grandpa and stuff, and he gets all weirded out.
Yeah, it's too good.
It's like, too good, can't do it. Got to get out of here before I fuck everything up. So he just yells at the waitress about onions. Which
you gave me onions. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said extra onions. No, and I think you did this on purpose.
Trying to give me extra onions. So he gets thrown out the same way he got thrown out of school, thrown out of the Applebee's. And then Will Ferrell's out in the street with him. Ricky Bobby's like, my entire life is based on your advice. If you ain't first, you're last.
What the fuck are you talking about, boy?
You could be second.
Reese is like,
third. You could be fourth.
You
could be fifth.
I don't know why the fuck I said that. I was probably high when I said that. You're telling me I based my entire life on you being high and saying that? Yes. And he's like, if you ain't first, you're last. Doesn't even make any sense. This is like 2 or 3 characters in a row that have said his catchphrases don't make any sense. Yeah. So Will Ferrell gets drunk. He goes to the bar and plays the NASCAR video game. and he crashes kind of similarly to how he does in the race. And John Gerard comes up and he's like, "Oh, are you a Ricky Bobby?" He's like,
How'd you get on a
"How the
video
hell?
game so fast?
How the hell did you get in this video game so fast?" His assistant shows up, Amy Adams. Which the first part of the movie I was like, wait, isn't she famous? Why isn't she doing anything in this movie? Which is several people in this movie. Why aren't they doing anything?
I don't think she's famous yet.
Maybe not. So
She's not a rival famous yet.
she's not a rival.
Yeah. It's her best movie.
No, it's not.
She's not Enchanted famous yet.
What was her? Wasn't she in? What's her most famous movie? Not
Rival.
Enchanted.
Enchanted, yeah.
What is Enchanted?
I mean, maybe American Hustle.
That
oh,
movie's
yeah. I
not
keep
good.
almost watching
right?
that movie and then not caring enough.
That movie's not very good, is it?
never saw it.
What else is she in?
Hold on. Let me look
She's
this
in
up.
Disenchanted,
Well, that's an Enchanted sequel.
Yeah.
Leap Year. Oh, that's right. She's in Catch Me If You Can.
She's in The Fighter.
She plays the wife, or the fiance. And
Oh
Catch Me If
God,
You
she's
Can.
fucking Lois Lane. I forgot about that.
Oh
Nocturnal
yeah,
Animals.
she
That
is in the
terrible-
Spider movie.
those terrible
Yeah,
movies.
the Spider-Man, Superman movies. Yeah.
She's in Night at the Museum. One of them, at least.
The
Probably
Battle of
like the fourth.
Battle of the Smithsonian. Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny.
Is
She really?
Yep.
Oh, you know what? I never actually saw
She's
that.
3 episodes of The Office.
She's in Her. I never saw that.
She's in 3 episodes of The Office. What's her
Yeah.
character name? Does it say?
Katie
She Jim's girlfriend or something.
Yeah.
in the early seasons.
No. No, she's not Jim's girlfriend.
Or does she show up as a salesperson? Maybe.
Yeah, she's like trying to sell bags or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And Michael wants to date her.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, her best stuff is definitely Arrival.
Good grief.
She's in Doubt.
We have a whole like weird sex scene thing here
In the middle of the bar.
where she's like,
This is the speech of the movie.
"You need
Perhaps
a
not
you
the
need
quote,
a
but it's
man
the speech
up,"
of the movie.
and Will Ferrell's like, she's like, "What are you doing with your life?" And he's like, "Well, you know, little this, little that. Might become a crack dealer."
He wants to. He's waiting for either to get on Real World, on MTV, or to be like a nice, cordial crack dealer.
A nice crack dealer.
Hey, you guys want some crack?
You guys want some crack?
You should race because that's what you love. You don't think, you speed. And then she gets on the table and starts making out with him. And he's like, "Oh my God, this is like a White Snake video."
Says, I've never heard you talk like that. Are we about to get it on? Because I'm as hard as a diamond in an ice storm right now.
Lucius gets the call at his car wash where he has the pit crew working on the car wash, but they're still screwed up trying to change tires and shit when people are just going through the car wash. He's like, "Okay, we're going back into the circuit, boys." Ricky decides he's going to go confront Jean Girard at his house. And there's several famous people sitting at this table here when he walks in. It's Mos Def and
Elvis Costello.
Elvis Costello. And he's like, "Is that Mos Def and Elvis Costello?" And John Girard just goes, no. But it definitely is them.
No, he doesn't. He introduces them.
No, he says,
he says
no.
Oh, in the unrated version, he actually introduces them. He's like, "This is Elvis Costello," and Elvis has a couple lines, and then he introduces Mos Def, and Mos Def's like, "Yeah, I'm more of a Jimmy Stewart kind of guy, number 20. Yeah, but you're great too, yeah."
No.
And then do you meet the girls?
Nope.
No.
All right. Their name is Breeze. Which one of y'all is Breeze? We are. They do everything together.
Nope.
Everything. And he names off a bunch of things. Even make number 2 together. One single plop. And they both go, plop. The unrated version is fucking weird.
What?
No.
Yeah.
In the version
What?
in this version, he walks in and he goes. He just looks at him and goes, "Is that Mos Def and Elvis Costello?"
And he just says,
goes,
no.
"No," and that's the end.
He just says no.
No, there's a full 5-minute scene with them.
No. Well, after that, John Gerard admits, he's like, I know you're a good driver. I want you to beat me so I can retire. And what does he want to sell the dogs?
Design currency for cats and dogs.
Currency for cats and dogs.
Okay, that was different too. That is not what he wanted to do in the unrated version. I can't remember what he.
And then he says,
he said something else though.
He says that I'm not gonna let you win. Like, you have to beat me when I'm trying my hardest. But like after you beat me, I will stop racing. And I really want to stop racing. And he says he names several combative relationships. And who was it? The two news anchors is like Katie Couric and
Diane Sawyer.
Diane Sawyer needed Katie Couric.
Yeah.
Will you be my Katie Couric?
Will you be my Katie Couric? Now we're back to the pit crew, and they're trying to do like a win one for the Gipper kind of a thing to get him pumped up, and they're like, Keith or whatever his name is dead. No, Glenn. Glenn is dead. And he's like, really? And like, yeah. He said, win one for me when his poor little weak heart stopped. But then he's like just standing outside the thing and like waiting to see if he'll cry or whatever. And he's like, you fucking ruined it, Glenn. He's like, what? I wanted to see. So he's not dead. You guys are totally messed up for doing that. He has no sponsors. He just has the Cougar on the front of the car, and it says me, which I thought was funny. He's the only NASCAR car to just not have anything on it. No sponsors, no nothing. And it just says me. Cal comes over to talk to him, and he's like, we missed you at the wedding. I was never going to that shit. What the fuck? We're not friends. And then he says, like, I'm sorry, like, I didn't treat you very well as a friend.
Yeah, never let you win.
And I never let you win. And John C. Reilly's like, I'm going to keep being mean to you.
I don't know.
Because I'm trying to figure out these
now.
tactics. I'm not really sure what these tactics are, but I'm going to keep being mean to you. And I'm going to keep acting tough till I can figure it out. And then, great soundtrack moment. Space Lord Mother. You had the CD.
I did. I remember this because I liked the CD, but we were like 13 when it came out or something?
Yes.
And in the cover art, there were two weird but very scantily clad women.
Yes.
And I love that.
Of course. There's a great line in there. We'll go down in the annals of history. I drink from your tit. I sing the blues every day.
Yeah.
Who is this artist again?
Monster Magnet.
Monster Magnet. Oh my God.
Space Lord Mother.
I drink from your tit.
I sing the blues every day.
What in the world? We never talked about Denon Jr. and his weird wife, who is Molly Shannon.
Molly Shannon, yeah. And she's just drunk.
Drunk and wants to, and horny.
Hits on the old guys.
And Denon Jr. brings in some like potential sponsors, and she just kisses the old guy and is like, "Ooh, you taste good." There's a part where the cars are earlier, where the cars are all driving around. It's vibrating. She's like, "I love the vibrations." And Denon Jr.'s just like, "Oh my God."
Poor Glenn.
You don't really need to drink, do you? During the race, Cal calls into his car.
His stupid smile, Jack McBriar's stupid smile, is just so fucking funny every time. It makes me laugh every time on 30 Rock too.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, you're so dumb.
Even though it was weird and perverse. I know you're just trying to help. Cal's all confused, keeps talking to his crew chief like, I slept with his wife. Why is he being nice to me? I don't get it. Reese Bobby shows up for the tickets finally. We think it's going to be a nice moment. And he turns around and he's like, $60 a pop.
2 tickets.
I got 2.
Cal open up. We get battles between Gerard and Bobby. Denon calls down to tell fourth man of the team,
Well, first he tells Cal to wreck Bobby.
and he won't do it.
Cal doesn't, and he helps slingshot Bobby at that point.
Yeah, he says, "Shake and bake, Mike Honcho."
Shake and bake, shake and bake.
But then he calls down to the fourth man of the team.
Well, third.
No, if it's Gerard, Cal. Oh yeah, right.
No,
Yeah,
Bobby's
Bobby's
out.
not on there.
So he calls down to the other guy, and that guy crashes into them.
Taking out the entire field behind
Basically,
him.
everyone's out except for Ricky Bobby and Jean Girard, and then they eventually crash into each other.
Yeah.
And then they decide to race on foot to the finish line
Yep.
against each other, and they dive for the finish line. And Ricky Bobby wins, and then the announcer says, "Well, Ricky Bobby wins, even though it was completely illegal and in no way will count."
Yeah, this obviously wouldn't happen. But if something like that ever did, you better believe that fan base would go
Nuts.
Insane.
bonkers.
Jean is finally free because he lost to a better man, and Ricky Bobby just straight up kisses him anyway.
Yep.
It will not shake your hand.
He kisses
But I
him.
will give you this.
And then John wants him like another kiss. He's like, "All right,
No,
that's
no,
enough,
no.
buddy. That's enough." So that means the winner is actually Cal. So he finally gets to win. And he's like, "I finally did it." And he's like, "All right, we're back together. The Magic Man and El Diablo." It's like, El Diablo? What's that?
It's like
What?
Spanish for like a fighting
Like a
chicken.
fighting
A
chicken.
fighting chicken.
That's awesome.
Reese watched the whole race, and then kind of meets up with the family at the end. And he's like, "You want to join us, Dad?" He's like, "I don't know about that." He's like, "Why don't we get thrown out of an Applebee's together?"
Did you guys have Carly wanting to get back with Ricky?
No.
No.
Okay, so there's another scene there. Carly wants to get back with Ricky, but he's with. She flashes him a couple times. He's like, "All right, I'll do it. Let's. I'm getting in the truck. I'm going back to your place." And he's like, "No, shit, no."
He almost fooled again.
And then Amy Adams comes over, and Carly and Amy Adams have like a little stare down thing, and so Amy Adams opens up her shirt, and Carly's like, "Okay, you got some skill, all right."
There is a part where Cal and Ricky are like making up at one point, and Cal goes, "Look, I'm really sorry, man. Like, I saw her. She grabbed me by the crotch and just wouldn't let go. I couldn't stop." He's like, and Will Ferrell's like, "I get it.
Yeah, she does that.
Attracted
She
to
would do
hotness
that.
or something.
She will do that."
Tractor beam of hotness, yeah.
So Reese watches the race, and then they decide they're going to get thrown out of an Applebee's together and be a family again.
Yep.
And then we get the bloopers at the end, which is fun, where they're just laughing
More of them.
at
Yeah.
several promos and the knife thing and something else. There's one, when Michael Clark Duncan is like telling,
Singing.
"I like to dress up like Donna Summers." And Will Ferrell just can't stop laughing, and he's like, "I'm so sorry, that was good. That was really good. I'm so sorry." He ruined it for Michael Clark Duncan.
We didn't mention Michael Clark Duncan reading Judy Blume to him in the hospital bed.
That wasn't in ours.
That wasn't in
no,
yours?
that's not in it. No.
God damn it. The unrated version's way better. Just saying.
And then there's a post-credit scene, which is real weird. It's
Besides the ads?
Jane Lynch is reading the Bible to the two grandsons.
Oh, I
and,
didn't see this.
and they're like, they say something like, "Oh, is it this or is it that?" And they're like, "Oh, it's
yeah.
both."
No, she's reading like
It's not the Bible. It's
it's like I don't know, not Walt Whitman, but like some kind of
it's a classic.
yeah, it's a classic book, like three books in one.
Yes, but they figure out the theme of this book because they're now intelligent. What a weird way to end this movie.
Yeah.
They're smart and the adults are stupid. And that's how it
I
ends.
did not see that.
And that's how it ends. Talladega Nights. Time for Quote Mountain. It's going to be hard.
I mean, the quote from the movie is "If you're not first, you're last," but it's not the best quote.
I don't think it's the best.
No.
Got anything for me?
Jeez, not off the top of my head.
I mean, like you said, that one scene with where they're praying, but that's just so many like
So
Sweet
much-
little
much
baby
good.
Jesus. What about Big Red?
If you don't chew Big Red, fuck you.
I like that.
This is not one, but I forgot about this as I'm looking. Well, let me just quote the late great Colonel Sanders, who said, "I'm too drunk to taste this chicken."
What does that mean?
Dear little 8-pound, 6-ounce newborn infant Jesus, don't even know a word yet.
What else?
All of
This
his
sticker
Jesus
is dangerous and inconvenient, but I do love Fig Newtons. I like this one. Dear Lord, baby Jesus, lying there in your ghost manger looking at your baby Einstein development videos, learn about shapes and colors.
I'm gonna scissor kick you in the back of the head. That's Texas Ranger talking to his grandfather.
That's good.
I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey, Chip.
You brought this on yourself.
I love the way they're talking to you because they're winners.
Greatest generation, my ass. Tom Brokaw's a punk.
Can we just say that entire dinner scene is the quote of the night?
Oh, man. Wow, I feel like Highlander. What's Highlander? It's a movie. It won an Academy Award. For what?
Okay.
Best movie ever.
Best movie of all time. Yeah.
I saw Highlander. It sucked.
It's weird. Is what it is.
It's pretty weird.
Who was in that one? The Fabulous. No,
Freebirds.
Freebirds.
Yeah.
Freebirds.
Fabulous Freebirds. Yeah.
Pretty sexy.
He's pretty sexy.
Well, I'm just saying the entire dinner scene is the quote of the movie.
Maybe.
Do we have an MVP?
Oh. Michael Clark Duncan? He's pretty good.
He is.
What about John C. Reilly?
I do.
He's pretty good.
He might be. He might be.
He might be. Yeah.
Because I don't. Yeah, I would go Cal Naughton.
Cal? We're going Cal?
All right.
All right.
This is a consensus? Okay. Final verdict. This is tough. I feel like I did like this more than the first time I saw it. I hated it when I first saw it. I thought it was like, okay, the dinner scene's funny, but that's about it.
I
And
liked
this time
it
it's
more than I was expecting to still
There's more
like
funny
it.
stuff in there. But still, it's
Still some
not-
problematic stuff.
Oh, yeah. We got the R word several times.
Yep.
Yeah.
The whole making fun of him for being gay.
Yes, right.
Not
right.
great.
I think that was more of a take on how stupid
Americans are.
Americans are
That's
for
fair.
not understanding gay people.
That's fair.
That's kind of how I took it. Of like, he's broken his arm and won't pass out, but he passes out when the gay stuff catches up to him, and then he passes out. Like,
You realize he does it though. He's like, "Oh, the room is starting to spin on account of the gay," and then he goes like, "Oh, I love you, Cal," and then falls
right,
over.
right, and they're basically gay for each other.
I love you, baby.
Yeah, 6.4.
Ooh, wow. You did not like this.
Oh, you said you liked it.
Nearly
and then
as
gave
much
it a
as I
I
6.4.
said I liked it more than when I saw it. It doesn't mean it's a 9.0.
Oh, that was what I was gonna give it too.
Bill, what you going with?
Well, I was gonna say 9.0, but Ryan just told me that's wrong.
Oh.
You can
No.
give it whatever score you want.
I'll give
That's
it
not
a-
how this works.
7-1.
Man, you guys, like,
That's not low.
It's
Well,
not
maybe
low.
it is.
I mean, looking at what's around there, I feel like it's better than a lot of the movies that it's going to be around.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to bump this up a
So
bit.
Wally's gonna give
Whoa.
it a 10.
No, I'm gonna give it a nice 7.7.
Okay.
That seems awfully high.
3.
That seems
That gives it 7.1 out of 10.
What I said.
that seems awfully
That's
high.
exactly what I said.
I mean, let's see. What do we got? 7.2 right above it is Goon
Yeah,
Goon's better.
Goon's better than
and
this.
Space Jam
Space Jam's better.
and Moneyball. It's tied with Semi-Pro.
All of them are better.
So it's tied with Will Ferrell. Okay.
Yeah,
And-
right. I like this. I love this ranking. I think it's perfect.
Tied for Semi-Pro and Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
We nailed it.
Right,
Dodgeball's better than this.
right below Miracle
Dodgeball is better than this. That should be.
and right below the Mighty Ducks.
I have no issues with any of the things you just said.
Yeah, right.
We don't
What-
have an
what are
actual. Well, that's why, because otherwise it was going to be down by like,
Glory hole?
let's see, like Raging Bull at 6.8.
Oh, Raging Bull.
6.5.
We gave
Bend
Raging
It-
Bull 6.8.
We destroyed that movie.
We gave Raging Bull 6.8. Isn't that an Academy Award winner?
Yeah.
I hope not.
No, it's not, right?
Rookie of the Year was 6.7. It would have been down by Rookie of the Year.
It's like
Rookie of the Year might be better than this.
yeah.
No.
There's,
I don't think it is. No, it's not.
there's
But-
some funny stuff in Rookie of the Year.
Is that our lowest one? Is Rookie of the Year?
No. There's. I think it's still Basketball with 5.5.
We only give that a 5.5.
Nope, I'm sorry. No, it is most certainly not.
5.5. What
We
were
have a 3.8 for Shaolin Soccer,
Oh yeah.
and then 2 weeks later a 3.2 for Ladybugs. So,
3.2 for Ladybugs.
yep.
I mean, it was not a good movie, but
Well, it was also very not a good movie. A lot of bad stuff in
A lot
there.
of inappropriateness in Ladybugs.
Ladybugs. I was thinking of the Big Green. Okay, yes.
Oh, Big Green's
Yes,
okay.
Ladybugs is very problematic.
Ladybug's a little problematic.
Yeah.
Ladybug's a little problematic. Okay, Wally, you have to go next.
Oh shoot, that's right.
So you got to spin
All
a
right.
wheel, make a deal.
Let me
All right,
see.
well,
let
it
me
looks like
pull
your
it up.
category, you haven't had a baseball yet.
That is true. I don't think I have.
I have not had hockey yet.
Which is crazy.
How is that possible?
Ryan, you've not done basketball or
How
golf
is
and
that
boxing.
possible?
I don't know. That's what I mean. At some point, I'm just going to say, this is the movie I want to watch. This is what we're watching.
I'm doing hockey.
I've got 3 of them lined up right now for hockey, if ever I get it.
You have 3 hockey movies set?
In
Wow.
mind, yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Now, the problem is they're not always available.
I got Love and Basketball. Or shit. I got basketball.
So we're watching Love and Basketball.
I'm gonna make sure it's available. But yes, Love and
I
Basketball.
think I saw this years ago.
Is on Tubi.
Is
It's-
this,
It's on Tubi now.
Which one's this again?
This
There's
is-
a pro basketball player, and then his girlfriend is also a pro basketball player, I think.
I don't think they're pro. I think it looks like they're in college.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think you're right. I think they
I've
both
never.
want
I haven't
to go
watched
pro or
it.
something.
It's Omar Epps and
Okay.
Sana Lathan.
Spike Lee
Uh,
produced.
I saw this one time
Is
many years ago.
Spike
I
Lee
remember
produced.
liking it enough.
that-
I think I remember thinking like, too much love, not enough basketball. But it's a pretty good movie.
Kyla Pratt's in it. Gabrielle Union, Regina Hall, Dennis Haysbert. What? Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's in this movie.
Oh, really?
Apparently, he's in the cast. So
I do remember it was a pretty good movie, but it's been a very long
I've heard
time.
it's one of the best basketball movies.
And I
so
remember how it ends. Obviously, that would be
One of the best
I
basketball
have not
movies.
seen it before. I've actually not seen it before.
I don't think I've seen
This will
this.
be our 5th basketball movie. Wally, you've picked 4 of them.
What?
Ryan.
I did
Oh
White
no,
Man
I
Can't-
did semi-pro. And then Wally, you did Glory Hole, Space Jam, White Men Can't Jump, and Love and Basketball.
Yeah.
Nothing
just-
from you, Ryan. I forgot you hate basketball.
I love basketball.
I have 4 lined up potentially for that.
For love
One
and
of them is the
basketball.
new Space Jam, so we might not ever get there.
Oh God,
Oh,
please don't make
please
us
don't.
do that.
You know the new Space Jam is bad. I love the old Space Jam. Love it. I know it's not a great movie, obviously, but the new Space Jam could not get through it. Could not get through it.
I did
I
watch
watched
it.
it just to
Could-
say that I could
Could not get
that I
through
made
it.
it through.
I
It was
drank my
terrible.
way through it though because I remember I was at my friend's house and I had a couple beers and I went to leave and he's like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And I went one block and went, "Oh no, oh no!"
I am not sure.
And I turned around and I slept on the couch.
Space Jam 2, not good. All right, we will watch it someday. For Love and Basketball,
No.
available on Tubi.
Just Love and Basketball.
Just Love and Basketball.
Available
In the name
on
of
Tubi.
love and also basketball.
In the name of love, and also basketball. All right.
I believe in a thing called basketball.
Usually people love when you tie up on a microphone like that. Yeah, it's great. It's good audio. All right. Nope. We're out of here. Peace out. We'll see you next time. Bye.